Hey everyone, I'm Molly and welcome to your practice. This class is short, sweet, mellow. It's for those days when you're having maybe a chronic pain flare up, a little bit of inflammation in the body, low back pain, SI joint pain. These are my 3 favorite positions and a bunch of variations within those positions that help me. And we'll do a little bit of lymphatic drainage and a little bit of breath work. So grab whatever props you need. I would recommend having like a soft surface that you could cushion any joints with, rolled up blanket, maybe a bolster, and then take a moment, just take a breath, arrive into your body, set up your space, put on some music or light a candle. And we're gonna get started standing up. Just stepping into your feet, maybe swaying your arms. Some slow breaths in and out through your nose. Just feeling into your body today. And if it feels intense in your body, if you want to ground yourself or kind of orient yourself to the room around you, maybe take you out of sensation in the body a little bit, that's okay too. And we're going to start with some lymphatic drainage. So bring your left hand onto your right collarbone. And we're going to do rubs or circles or taps. And then I have the microphone on this side, but go ahead and do your other side as well, around the collarbone. All the while, whatever swaying motions that feel comfortable for you, take those. And then come up to your neck, swiping forward underneath your jaw and behind your ear. Turning that into your circles or your taps. And then down to your armpits, your axillary area. So we're bringing the lymphatic fluid distally to proximally. So everything moves from away towards the heart. We're just spending about 10 or 15 seconds on each side and each spot, and then switch it out. Good, come down to your belly. You can make big circles in a clockwise direction. Typically, if you need a little bit of help with your digestion, or you could do the other direction if you need to slow your digestion down. And you could take swipes from the bottom up, or pats. I like making soft fists on my belly, and just let your belly soften. Release any tension you're holding here, any bracing. And then come down to your groin, your inguinal crease. You can do this at the same time. Rubs, circles, pats, taps. And then behind your knee, moving from the calf up the thigh. Big strokes, flat hands, circles. Okay, come on up to stand, shake out your arms, shake out your legs, take a few heel drops, just dropping the heels, bouncing on your heels. And then we're gonna come down into position 1, which is on your knees. This is a great place to put an extra blanket underneath your knees for padding. And then come down onto your elbow. So it's a forearm tabletop. And just slow down for a minute. You can close your eyes. Soften your belly and feel your breath moving in and out through your nose. Let it fill up your belly and your rib cage. And the back of your kidney area, all the way down to your pelvic floor. And let it go with ease, unforced, not clenching at the abs and the core. See if you can spread behind the heart, but still keep your collarbones a little bit lifted here. And then let the breath go with ease. You can tuck your toes for a little bit of grounding and balance. And we're going to take tiny pelvic rocks. So picture your tailbone just nodding up and down an inch or 2. Notice how each side feels. See if you can slow the movement down and make it a smooth, even contraction on both sides. And keep your hips lifted so you're breathing space in between your glutes and your back of your pelvic floor. If you want to speed up the rocks at this point, that might feel nice, just soothing motions. And then let this turn into a spinal cat-cow. So instead of just at the pelvis, now we segmentally move up and down the spine, arching and rounding. Taking your time. If you want to inhale as you open your chest and lift your sit bones up. And then exhale as you round and curl in. Find a little bit of a push away through your forearms and palms. And then you can make this a cat-cow or what we call a CAR, a controlled articular rotation, where you're really feeling like you have a magnet moving each segment of your spine one little moment at a time. If there's any sticky areas you want to linger in, that's a great option. And take one more. Good. Release, take a breath. On your exhale, hum. Soft breath in through your belly and your chest. Exhale, keep your lips sealed and hum. We'll revisit that humming bee breath at the end of practice, but just know we're stimulating our vagus nerve, creating vibration in the body, encouraging parasympathetic or rest and digest tone throughout the body and the nervous system. So let's drag our elbows back. We're going to move through our fascia now. So your elbows won't actually move, but we're energetically pulling them back, and then sit your hips back towards your heels. Close your eyes and see if you can feel this whole webbing, connective tissue, interweaving, interlacing throughout your whole body, throughout every muscle, bone, organ, nerve, tendon. See if we can create a little bit of slide and glide and length and elasticity. So it's about a 30 to 40% effort of pulling your elbows back. And then as you come back forward, release the tension. Drag your elbows back towards your knees, sit your hips back towards your heels. Eccentrically lengthening through your myofascial units, noticing any sticky areas, and then you can always create a little angle left and right, and kind of cross across the body. Let's do one more in each direction. Good. Come back through center. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to roll over into a bear sit. So come onto your bottom. You can sit up onto a prop underneath your hips if you'd like. Place your feet in front of you. And then hands behind you for support. Just take a little rock into one palm and then the other. Rocking and swaying, always just such soothing movements for me. I hope they help you. And then your hands can stay behind you if you want, or you can bring them behind your hamstrings, the back of your thighs, and notice the space between your upper pelvis, so your hip bones, and your lower ribs. So we have our core canister, our whole thorax and midsection here. I want this to stay stable, so we're not changing, we're not arching and rounding through the abdomen. We're just staying upright. And we're gonna dig our heels back, engage the hamstrings. Let this pull your pelvis into a nice neutral position. And neutral is very relative, but if you wanna maybe take a posterior and anterior, forward and backward tilt of your pelvis, and then find something that feels like natural, kind of in between. Hold there, bring your hands behind your hamstrings, dig your heels back, Open up across your collarbones and your chest. And we're just breathing here. You might feel a little bit of engagement through the core, holding you steady here, maintaining that pressure in your system. You could create a little bit more intentional ab engagement on your end of your exhale, so get all the air out. And then as you inhale, keep a little bit of tension in the abs so you can send the breath up through your chest, down to the pelvic floor, through the back of the rib cage. Exhale with a sigh, with a ha breath. 2 more cycles. And then release. Bring your hands behind you again if you had them, and take some fluid movement of your spine. I like to close my eyes and picture my shoulder blades just rolling back one after the other, an S shape, kind of spiraling through my body. And you'll rock and roll on one hip and then the other. You could switch the direction of your shoulder circles. Just letting your body snake, let go, release. And then come back through center. Keep your left foot where it is. Step your right foot out about 6 inches. And then take some hip rotation. So dropping your right knee in. This doesn't need to be your biggest range of motion. And then opening your right knee out. So just gentle internal and external rotation through your hips. Pivoting on your heel, toes are lifted. Let a breath go. Let's do 2 more on this leg. And then step your right foot in, step your left foot out about 6 inches, and then let the left knee roll in and out. Close your eyes if that helps you tune into the sensation of really rolling at the top of the hip joint. Improving the control and mobility at our hips will always help with any pain we're having, especially back pain, SI joint pain, so that different areas aren't compensating for any stiffness, tenseness, any over lengthened areas. Let's do 3 more. Just going at low to moderate intensity. So that's position 2, bear. And then position 3 is coming onto our backs, knees to chest. Let your whole spine and sacrum stamp into the ground. And then you can take little rolls in one direction. And then switch it out, roll the other way. Picturing the whole width and length of your low back and sacrum stamping along the ground. This can be as slow and gentle and small as you need it though. And then we'll find a little bit of core engagement again. I just think it feels good to really let ourselves expand and contract in. So keep your knees bent in towards your chest, and then let your feet lengthen out towards the ground. So now our knees are lowering, and maybe you bring your elbows up towards the sky and kind of just arch your low back a little bit, but feeling that everything is moving from the center of you. So the core, it's not overly engaged, but it's helping you lengthen with control. Heels and maybe hands overhead towards the ground, and then a gentle crunch and control back in on the exhale. So inhale, we lengthen a little bit, doesn't have to be a big motion. Everything moves back to center on your exhale. 3 or 4 more. And you can always explore here, take a little diagonal if that feels good. Or letting our body know that it's safe to move. It's safe to connect from the center of us and move outwards gently and slowly over time, maybe increasing the range of motion if it feels safe. And moving with our breath. Come back through center, one more. And then plant your feet on the mat, knees are bent, hands down by your side. Lift your sacrum up a little bit, a few inches, by pushing down through your feet. And then gently let your whole pelvis drop to the mat. So start really gentle, and then you can lift up a little bit higher or drop a little bit heavier. Just letting that sensation reverberate through your body. Two more. And then you can stay here for our final breaths together, or you could lengthen your legs out into Shavasana, whatever's comfortable for you. You could take your knees to your chest again, give yourself a hug. Find your most comfortable spot. Close your eyes. Notice your breath again. Just circulating throughout your body without force, with a little bit more space. If you want to join me, we'll do 3 more rounds of humming. So keep your lips sealed. Inhale through your nose. Let it fill your belly, your rib cage, up to your chest, to the back of the kidneys, down to the pelvic floor. This whole thorax and abdomen expanding. Exhale, hum. Inhale. Exhale, hum. One more inhale. Exhale, hum. Soften your neck if you're tensing. Take one more breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Take a moment, take some space to notice how you feel in your body, in your system, with your breath, with your energy. And bookmark this feeling, hopefully a little bit more calm, spacious, capable. Know that you can return to any of these movements whenever you need. You can stay here as long as you need. Or slowly roll onto one side. Have a seat. Open your eyes when you feel ready, but no rush. Take in the space around you. Take another breath. Maybe rub your hands along your body. Anything that feels good. All right. Thank you so much for practicing, and I will see you next time.